Mzansi, and welcome to Afternoon Express. I'm Balisa Dembe, and we have a really exciting edition for you today. Now, pre-lockdown, Thursdays were exclusively for fashion extravaganzas, while today in true Fashion Express Thursdays return, as we'll be treated to a fashion show featuring garments by XM Creations. We'll also be connecting with fine art curator Annalisa Mangu about her latest curational project called Feminist Utopia. And we'll be kicking it all off with the exceptional host of SABC One's Live Amp, DJ Lemise Holworthy. Now let's plug our people in Mzansi and let us know on social media. What are some of your favorite local and lekker brands? Ladies in the kitchen, happy Heritage Day. Happy Heritage Day, my darling.
Happy Heritage Day to you two. The two of you are absolutely looking gorgeous.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And to celebrate Heritage Day today, South Africa, we're going to be making a South African classic malva pudding with a chocolate twist.
Only you can do that, love. Only you can do that.
We can only put you on, South Africa. That's how we roll. So to get the recipe details, go to afternoonexpress.co.za. But for now, let's catch up with my all-time favorite, Lemise Holworthy.
In true Heritage Day spirit, we profile a guest doing the most to uplift our communities as best as possible. Lemise Holworthy, one of the most popular names among South African TV presenters, joins us now to discuss the philanthropic efforts of the Lemise Holworthy Foundation, what it's doing to combat the struggles on orphanages and safe homes, to make all children feel the love they deserve. Lemise Siswam, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Firstly, Lemise, congratulations. Not only are you just continuously succeeding as a presenter on SABC One's Live Amp, but you even bagged a SAFTA nomination earlier this year. So what does the show mean to you and your career?
Well, one, it's overwhelming. Just being able to do what I love and receiving such great feedback and recognition from the SAFTA's nomination for me was really big. And Live Amp really is the biggest music show in our country. I mean, numbers don't lie. And that for me is just a beautiful feeling. Like being able to do what I love and to touch people's lives in the process is amazing.
Consistency is key, and you've been so consistent even within your philanthropic work. I mean, behind the scenes, you're doing the most. But last year, you started your very own philanthropic foundation, the Lemise Holworthy Foundation. So please, may you just talk to me about the work that you've done, why you decided to start it, and what it's doing in communities?
Well, I've always given back. But the one thing that my mom has always taught me is when you do, make sure that your camera is put away.
Yeah.
And I think the importance of that is just making sure that you don't take away the dignity of the person that you're helping. And that's something that's always upset me. Like, seeing people post the good that they do, and in turn just taking away the little dignity that these people have left. I mean, having to ask for help on its own is not easy. But the reason why I've been a bit more vocal about my work and the work that the Lemise Holworthy Foundation does now is because, one, I am a public figure, and it is to inspire all those that look up to me to give back, to give a hand to those who need help, but also because I myself need help in being the change that these kids so desperately need. And right now, my husband and I are on probably our biggest mission to date, because we're on a quest to build a home for the kids of Halaletsang in Pretoria West. So yeah, that's like pretty big, pretty exciting, but also very scary.
Now, on to further 2020 success. As an ambassador for Mamelodi Sundowns, a football club that is deep-rooted within the cultural efforts of our country, how proud are you to be a part of celebrating 50 years of Mamelodi Sundowns and our heritage?
Well, one, kudos to Mamelodi Sundowns for winning 3 cups in one season. Third time. I just had to, sorry. I just had to. It's just so exciting. So I've always loved the team. I've always supported Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm proudly Pretorian. And I mean, the club is from Pretoria. But also, it's just so amazing to be a part of such a huge milestone.
Yeah.
50 years is a really big deal. But also being a part of a team that also gives back, for me, is everything. So we all know about the Muzika Foundation. We all know about the work that Mamelodi Sundowns does for those less fortunate. And that for me is a really big deal.
Today is such an important day for all of our beautiful people, especially because 2020 has definitely presented many hardships for us all. Lemise, I must ask you, as a beautiful and successful woman coming from a multicultural background, what does Heritage Day mean to you and how will it inspire the rest of our viewers?
Well, I always say that I'm the epitome of the Rainbow Nation. I come from a cross-cultural family with my mom being Indian colored. My dad who raised me, my late father was colored, but my real dad is black. I've been so blessed to experience the beauty of all these different cultures. I've been so blessed to experience the beauty of all these different religions. I mean, my name on its own, Lemise Mishka Miriam Holworthy. When people hear my name, you're not expecting to see someone that looks like me.
Yeah.
I mean, all three of my names are Islamic names. So for me, Heritage Day is a really big deal because I get to celebrate each and every part of who I am, proudly and loudly so. I get to show people that it is possible to coexist within a community of different people and that we are all just able to be one. And that I think the one language that we all speak, regardless of your language, regardless of your culture, regardless of your religion, is love. Yeah. So that is what I stand for. I think my existence is all about love and how we are all able to coexist beautifully. So Heritage Day for me is a really big deal.
So I'm talk about the Rainbow Nation being represented within your household. I'm loving that. Thank you for being such an inspiration, not only to myself and the team here at Afternoon Express, but to everyone that backs you, that tunes in every Friday to catch you and Speedster on Live Amp. I really appreciate it. Thank you for touching base. Please send the love to the family. We appreciate it. And happy Heritage Day. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Palisa.
A true inspiration and genuine influencer our beautiful Lemise Holworthy is to all the South Africans this Heritage Day, using her position and platform to make all the children feel the love and receive the love we all deserve. We here at Afternoon Express continue to wish her and her amazing foundation all the best for the incredible work they do.
She's just so inspiring, hey?
I love her.
I know, but you know, it just teaches me that we are so busy, and she's so busy, but she makes time. People, we need to make time for charity work.
And then when we're done making time for charity work, we invite her over to play a set for us because she's a DJ, she's mean, you know what I mean. But anyway.
You're always looking for the social side of things.
Always, let's have fun, Palisa. It's Heritage Day. Let's, you know.
Guys, South Africa, I'm so excited for Lemise Holworthy and Kuli Chana. They've got such an incredible foundation, making a true difference within within orphanages and those safe homes for children. I think that is iconic. But I want to find out, Anele, obviously we celebrate our heritage quite openly in our attire and how we dress. And I know you also have a very special way of celebrating your Heritage Day. So how are you embracing your heritage?
Yes, my heritage is all about food, is making afal curry potjies like that type of, and with some pap. That's what I like to do. And I've got an Irish guy. I celebrate his heritage as well by making him cottage pie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea that cottage pie was from Ireland.
It is from Ireland.
I love that. We're going to have so much more fun this Heritage Day. Happy Heritage Day again, Mzansi. We've got more entertainment for you coming up. For 6 years, FNB has been voted the best digital bank in the country. So when they show up and offer as a new game-changing innovation, we're going to listen. Joining me this afternoon is Brad Roper, the CEO of FNB Connect and service provider, who is here to introduce and tell us all about FNB Connect. Brad, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, please do tell me, what exactly is FNB Connect?
FNB Connect is FNB's very own mobile virtual network operator that provides telecommunication services within the FirstRand group. We offer customers a variety of services, including what I'm very proud of, the best value for money on month-to-month packages across data, voice, SMSs. In this regard, we support the FNB money management strategy by helping customers to spend less than they earn and manage their debt. This year, we've also very proudly introduced our first in-market innovation where customers can now order, activate, port, and manage their telecommunication SIMs all on the FNB app. Just another reason we've been voted SA's best digital bank. Also, our prepaid services business allows customers to easily and conveniently top up their airtime, data, as well as buy prepaid electricity and lotto anytime, anywhere, and largely for free on the FNB banking app.
This sounds like the innovation we all need right now, Brad. So what are the benefits of using the SIM with FNB?
You know, our month-to-month top-up and postpaid plans offer customers unprecedented flexibility and control, that they deserve and require without, the cumbersome requirement of being locked down in a fixed 24-month contract that the incumbents have offered. Earlier this year, we've also introduced our new data prices where we slashed them by 55%. For example, our 1 gig data voucher now costs only 59 Rand, which is about 40% cheaper than the rest of the market. Also, qualifying FNB transactional main bank clients now enjoy free monthly data, voice, and minutes up to 1 gig through the FNB Connect SIM, through their eBucks rewards program, so we're fully integrated to eBucks. And with plans like our TalkMax, customers to talk unlimited plus 1 gig of data for only 349 Rand. We've seen that because South Africans love to talk, so this is an incredible value proposition. Just on that, this year we've seen a 56% increase in our voice minutes. So this TalkMax Pro plan is something that is an unprecedented offer to FNB main bank customers.
I'm so excited about this, Brad. Where can customers get an FNB Connect SIM?
As I said, we've proudly launched this fantastic innovation. My advice is to do it conveniently from the comfort of your home or wherever you are on our world-class leading FNB banking app. At no additional cost to our customers, you can order the SIM. The SIM will be conveniently delivered to your doorstep. You can port, migrate, manage that entire experience on platform through SA's best digital bank.
Wow. From SA's best digital bank, of course, on Heritage Day. Happy Heritage Day once again, Brad. And thank you so much for bringing FNB Connect to us. Goodbye.
Happy Heritage Day.
Mwah to you too. Now there you have it. Get connected with FNB Connect via the FNB app or in store at the FNB branch nationwide.
We can help you safely pay without cash with Scan to Pay. Download the FNB app. FNB, how can we help you?
It's the hashtag Coup 80th birthday, and they want to celebrate with you, Mzansi. So they're making it happen this weekend on the 26th of September, and hashtag everyone is invited. Join the festivities hosted by the lovely Lona Maseko and tune into Metro FM to be a part of the celebrations. Keep your eyes on Coup's social media pages for the link to their virtual lunch. One birthday, all the reasons to celebrate.
Express yourself.
Mahatma Gandhi once said, "A nature's culture resides in the hearts and souls of its people." To celebrate Heritage Day today, we had a bride to salute our heritage, our skin, and what makes us us with some very special ladies. Country is a wonderful and beautifully diverse place with millions of different species of animals and plants, capped off with the most dominant species, human beings. Now, as humans, there are many things that make us unique, but also just as many that make us the same. So today it is Heritage Day, and we're throwing down with the Girls' Heritage Day Bride, celebrating in all our differences and our uniqueness. Dumi, it's a lovely day. What are we cooking?
It's Heritage Day, girl, and we can't have heritage without putting anything on the braai. So we're going to start off with some nice, delicious veggie skewers. Second it, we're going to do some fillet salad on the braai. I can't wait for that, actually. And then just top it all off with grilled plums and chantilly cream for dessert. But I need you guys to get your hands dirty. I wonder where the girls are.
And ladies, come on in. Cheers. Happy Heritage Day, ladies. Well, V, I love the fact that you are rocking your bindi quite loud and proud. I mean, what does Heritage Day mean to you?
Us coming together, celebrating and giving thanks for life. My bindi, I'm Indian, and you know, culturally we wear it, the colors when you're single and red when you're married.
I love that. So, you know, I'm from Durban, ladies. I'm sure everyone knows that by now. And Durban, I love the fact that it is just a color explosion. And speaking about color, I have to not neglect our melanin. I mean, when we speak about heritage, we speak about culture, and then we speak about our roots, our tribes, you know, the things that deeply entrenched within us. So what does your melanin mean to you, Kelly?
Well, I've always been considered light skin in my community, Pally, so I've just learned to embrace who I am, my skin tone, you know, my straight hair, it's a bit finer than most. So, and just live life, you know, enjoying who I am.
Dumi, how's the braai going?
Girl, it's going very well. As you can see, these beautiful colors from our kebabs, our skewers are looking just as great as us in South Africa. Different colors, different flavors, different people. And I mean, hearing you guys talking about heritage, I mean, in my community, in the black community, my skin is considered fair. And you know, they always say black don't crack. Girl, that's a myth. Because every time, because we're constantly washing our hands, I mean, I'm washing my hands, trying to get the moisture, the masks and all of that, I lose so much moisture, and I'm actually looking for a product that's gonna help me with that. In fact, guys, I think let's dig in. The meat is ready. Let's eat.
Yes.
We are pulling.
Girl, I got you.
Thank you.
But you know what? I overheard you earlier asking, you know, what products to use, what is best.
Yes.
Now, I've not only have good food this Heritage Month, but I've got my best kept secret.
Put me on, girl.
This Afriderm Serum is something...
Have it in your pocket.
This is something I live by.
Okay.
Essentially, Afriderm have these 7 steps to mastering the perfect melanin popping skin. But this is one of the 7 steps, right?
Okay.
This serum is essentially a facial intensive lifting and firming. Incredible. The formula is so easy to apply on your skin, and it is magical. But sometimes you might not have time to do this every day. So there's something that I cannot leave the house without, and that is the Afriderm Day Cream.
Another pocket. Okay.
Absolutely, I'm filled with surprises today. Now, this Afriderm Day Cream has an SPF of 15, and essentially, girl, 3 words. Moisture, intensive, perfection. Perfection.
Well, girl, we can't keep this to ourselves. We definitely have to share it with the girls.
Okay, bring the plums. Let's share this with the girls.
Dessert!
I mean, Aniba, what is your one takeaway this Heritage?
Well, definitely the delicious food and drinks. Ooh, and I'm telling you, the girl talk. Ooh, but that product is definitely on my list.
Absolutely, ladies. To a Heritage Day and a Chisanyama to remember. Let's make a world a better place by uniting in our differences and celebrating our uniqueness. Cheers.
Cheers.
You're beautiful. Love the shade of your skin. An all-in-one solution for beautiful skin.
Working tirelessly as a fine art curator and cultural worker, Annalisa Mangu has dedicated her work to the celebration of Africanism and the femme form. She joins me now this Heritage Day to discuss her latest curational project, a group show titled Feminist Utopia. Annalisa Siswam, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
From all the conversations we've had, Gail, I always walk away having a fresh perspective of not only who I am as an African, but also as a woman. So please may you tell me about your creative journey thus far and what gets you inspired?
We do not exist without the contributions of the people we come into contact with, perhaps for a short period of time, but we definitely are surrounded by people who are always informing us on certain things about ourselves, challenging us, allowing for us to be who we are and how we choose to present ourselves. So I don't think I'd be who I am without the people that have played a really, really important role in my life. For those who have kind of entered into my space, given me a little bit of their magic and left when our paths kind of parted. So many things have played a role in me being who I am. But it's the beauty of being African. I think that's maybe the foundation and the base. And seeing creativity in all industries and just knowing that how I could best express my voice and what I feel I have to offer is through the art.
You currently have an art exhibition running called The Feminist Utopia at Ebony Curated, where you're showcasing with other amazing female artists. I know we featured Uyonela last week, who also was a part of this project. So what is the story and the drive behind the experience?
We have 3 spaces. Ebony Curated has 3 spaces, 1 in Cape Town and 2 in Franschhoek. So with the space, we normally have our represented artists have solo exhibitions, but this time we had a group exhibition with numerous artists coming from different backgrounds, different races, different ways of identifying, and with different mediums too. We have sculpture, we have works on paper, we have photography, we have oil on canvas. And so it really feels like a diverse body of work that we're showing that really highlights and represents where the South African femme and gender non-conforming body is at with regards to this idea around feminist utopia and I think more of a shared future from a more nuanced perspective.
Is that the message you want to run with this Heritage Day, that we all need to embrace who we are?
We need to embrace it regardless, but we also need to stand really boldly in who we are and the things that we have to say. I'm always someone who fights for equality within a social, within a economic and political structure. And so if it means that we need to really shine light in the slightly more marginalized voices, and that's what I want to do. And this heritage, the message that I really can give to our South African women is to continue fighting for themselves, to continue fighting for generations that have not even come into fruition yet, to fight for freedom, for their voices to be heard, and for us to continue working towards sisterhood and loving each other and leaning on each other as women.
Absolutely. Talk about a cultural worker indeed. Thank you so much, Annelisa Mangu, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I hope that got you inspired to get your creative juices flowing on this Heritage Day by expressing yourself and heritage through various arts and crafts. If you are in Cape Town and would love to visit the exhibition at Ebony Curated, please do find more information on Afternoon Express and Annelisa Mangu's social media pages.
I love it that art has got no barriers, cultural barriers, and you can talk through art, like, you know, and you can talk through food through art.
You can feel it, you can see it, you actually experience it. And I think that's why I've actually gone back to painting, because I'm not going to be a fine arts anything, but I enjoy the expression of it and being able to speak through what I'm putting on.
Are you going to show us one day what you're painting, please?
Actually, maybe one day I should be here, not in the kitchen, but sitting on the lounge and just showcasing Balisa, showcasing my artwork. And what do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
Iconic. So, you know, South Africa, whilst you're going onto social media and letting us know all of your local and lekker brands that you're supporting to put us on, let us know if we can celebrate Dumi's talents and see how she paints. Anele, you're a master pianist. So we also love that, you know, and that's essentially what we are. Rainbow Nation, celebrating rainbow talents and being able to show up in the world in multiple ways. And that's who we are, multiple people. But we're making something so special after the break. So before I find out what we're making, where can I get the recipe? Where can I get the ingredients list?
Girl, we've got you sorted. You want the recipe, you want the steps, you want the measurements, everything. AfternoonExpress.co.za is where you can get everything. We are a plug that plugs the plugs. That's what.
But what are we making?
We are making chocolate malva pudding.
that sounds
and it's creamy and delicious, and it's soft and spongy, and you throw that sauce over it, and it's going to be all gooey and yummiest.
If I don't come back on Monday, excuse.
Well, if I don't come back on Monday, you know I just ate it all, so I'm in bed sleeping it off. South Africa, all that yumminess coming up.
Express yourself.
We want to acknowledge the healthcare students tirelessly volunteering during COVID-19.
She's been a role model. She has given me so much confidence.
And give them hope for their future after this pandemic.
Here I am now, it's 10 years later, and I'm still trying to follow in his footsteps.
We're looking for current and aspiring healthcare students, graduates, interns, or those doing the community service here. Nominate yourself, receive nurturing mentorship, experience health work readiness, and stand a chance to win a 25,000 Rand scholarship. And for the mentors associated with the winner, you'll win an overseas trip to attend a medical conference of your choice. Sponsors of Brave, the next generation of Brave.
With the creamy decadence of Bliss chocolate dessert from Clover. Surrender to a moment of pure chocolate bliss. Bliss. Double indulgence.
Happy Happy Thursday and happy Heritage Day, South Africa.
Yes, what a special day.
What a special day. And with it being Heritage Day, it is worth noting that there are more ways to celebrate the day with food than just meat on the grill. A malva pudding has got to be one of the most legendary and classic South African desserts. And to make things even more decadent, we've got an indulgent recipe for our chocolate malva pudding.
Jeez, I've never heard about a chocolate malva pudding.
I know, right?
I know, right?
I know. And so that's the thing about us South Africans. We not only do we take our food and just make it our own, we always have to add that little bit of, you know, something.
And that's what's nice, because it's like an old recipe that I didn't grow up with it. Did you grow up with malva pudding? No. Me neither. So I only got to know it when I came to Cape Town, and that was in 2000 about. Then I got to know it, Okay. But it's a wonderful dessert, and I've never had it with chocolate.
I know.
That is what we need to do. We need to change a bit as we go along.
Put our own twist to it, put our own flavor to it, and that's what we're doing today. So I'm starting here with just creaming together my eggs and sugar. I've got caster sugar because it dissolves much quicker, and then it obviously reduces the risk of the eggs actually burning from the sugar. So I'm going to be elbow greasing all over.
I was waiting for you to say that, because that arm of yours must be very strong by now too.
Yeah, I think I could probably bench press just with the one arm, and then the other one is just, you know, just there for control.
So you're going to cream the sugar and the egg until it's light and fluffy, and then what are you going to do?
And then after that, I'm going to go in with the rest of my ingredients. So what I have here is I've got eggs, sugar, I've got apricot jam, I've got some bicarb, some flour, salt. Guys, if you want to get the recipe details, go to afternoonexpress.co.za, and I've also got some melted butter and some milk. So while I cream all of this, you're actually going to help us and make the sauce, but let me just show you the steps before we do that. So I've got my sugar and egg. I've creamed it as far as I possibly can.
Show us, please. Show us.
That I have.
It's beautiful. It's light. Show the camera.
Yes, it's light and fluffy now. So you basically, it looks almost like a custard without all the other ingredients. So before I go in with the rest of the ingredients, I want to make a bit of a buttermilk sort of sauce on the side. That's going to go inside. And that is our milk. I've got some vinegar, and then I've got some apricot jam. So before I actually add the apricot, the vinegar, let me cream these two together. And then that way, I don't mind using the same whisk because it's all basically going to the same dish. So I'm just going to put these together, and then...
So it normally gets buttermilk, a malva pudding, but because we don't have buttermilk, we're using vinegar and milk, and that creates a buttermilk.
Correct, yeah. So this liquid also goes in here with everything else. And then after this, I'm going to add my butter. And then after that, just the dry ingredients. And then we get baking.
And you need the bicarb, and that's why you need the vinegar to make it alive, to bring it alive.
Yes.
And then you're going to add your flour and probably a bit of salt, ne?
Yes, girl. You know exactly that. So these are my dry ingredients. My bicarb salt going into our flour, and we're going to mix this all together.
And the bicarb, what I like about it, especially with malva pudding, it makes it brown. It makes it that beautiful brown color. So when you pour the sauce over, it like looks caramelized. So I'm going to make the sauce, guys, and the most important thing about a malva pudding is butter, and it's a sauce. It needs to have lots of it. Don't skimp on it. So I'm going to put some butter in the pot here. And you let that melt down. And here's where all the beautiful indulgence comes in. Butter and lots of sugar. We've got also caster sugar here, because it's going to melt easier. And we're giving it like a little bit of a citrus spin.
You know how we do this.
I know. And it is still citrus season, so I'm going to add some citrus in here, just to give it a little bit of a tang and to balance that sugar, you know, that sweetness out. And we've got a bit of cream in here. And then the piece de resistance. Look at this. I can smell it. You know when the malva pudding comes warm out of the oven and you pour this hot sauce over, it sucks it in. You can actually hear how it sucks it in.
I know exactly what you mean. And that's what I think made me fall in love with malva pudding. The fact that it's got the cake and the sauce in one. So you basically just indulge all in one. So I'm going to go into the oven with my malva, let it cook until it's nicely golden brown on the outside. It's going to go a little bit caramelly, and that's exactly what we want.
180?
You know, my girl.
Center. Okay, I'm going to go in with my bliss in my sauce. Look at that, how indulgent. I love this bliss. It's part of the new Clover Bliss range. And I love this chocolate flavor, this chocolate dessert, because I can have it on top. inside everything.
Girl, why
Or
do you
just
think,
like that.
Why do you think we added this twist? Because I'm a lover of chocolate, first of all, and I love this flavor in particular. I love the fact that, like you mentioned, they've got different flavors, but I like the fact that this one in particular, like you said, I can put it into my malva, I can put it on top of my malva. I can make another sauce, well, not even a sauce, I can make a filling if I want to. It's completely up to me. That's how versatile that
You don't want to know what this looks like. This is looking so divine. It looks like something I can throw in a glass and drink, but I'm not going to do that. South Africa, Mzansi, I'm going to give it to Tumi, every little bit of restraint that I've got, because normally I'm in with a spoon.
I know exactly what
And then when that comes hot out of the oven, you poke holes into it. That's important.
That's very important. But obviously, if you don't, it still will soak in, but it is best to try and poke in as many holes as you can, just to make sure, you know, that it absorbs as much of that liquid as possible. I'm a sauce girl, so I'm going like over and above here. I'm adding quite a bit of sauce.
More sauce, the better. And you know what? If you've still got sauce left over, keep it on the side for the friends to pour even more sauce over the pudding. Because a malva pudding cannot be saucy enough. It cannot be saucy enough.
It can never be too saucy.
It's like you. We cannot be saucy enough.
But then that is it. Here's our malva looking all delicious. It's going to sit and absorb all that liquid. And to get your hands on this amazing recipe, you better head on to afternoonexpress.co.za. But in case you missed it, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.
Ladies, the thing I love about malva pudding is that I might not be able to make one. Now I do, thanks afternoonexpress.co.za. But I think we make it on the show every year. It's a South African favorite. We love it. It's indulgent. But also for myself who doesn't have a sweet tooth, it's the perfect in-between.
I think that's the one thing I love about it, the fact that it's not overly sweet. It's one of those desserts that you can enjoy as is with the sauce, and then you just add some more custard ice cream. However, it is just an indulgent recipe.
It is versatile, but something else that's very versatile and helps us express our heritage so much more are our outfits, our fashion. Don't you agree, Anal?
Yes, especially you guys. You look beautiful. Especially, look at your creation around your neck and on your head. It's so beautiful. And that's fashion.
So can I tell you something about this neck piece? It's actually something I stole from my mother. Mom, don't come for me. I took this from her when I moved to Cape Town because I was like, I needed a little bit of home, and now it's coming in perfect use. But Mzansi, get pumped. The true form of Fashion Express Thursdays is back, baby. Coming up, we meet the design duo behind XM Creations, who will also be showcasing their garments that celebrate our culture with contemporary designs. And then Tumi, Anele, and I will also be catching up about what Heritage Day symbolizes to us.
With the creamy decadence of bliss chocolate dessert from Clover, surrender to a moment of pure chocolate bliss. Bliss, double indulgence.
Made with love by Clover. Express yourself.
Heritage Day indeed, South Africa, and welcome back to Afternoon Express. Please may you flood our social media timelines with that hashtag Happy Heritage and Afternoon Express. But what better way to showcase our weekly Fashion Express segment by bringing in studio a design duo behind the XM Creations fashion label. Now, I'm so excited about these guys. I mean, they'll be talking to us about how their latest work has inspired by entirely the themes of our annual Heritage Month. Xolani, Mawande, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Guys, I'm so excited about this because you have consistently for the past 2 years brought us magic, and you've given us something to truly be proud in when we say Singabantu basemzansi. So for you guys, as we entering Heritage Day, what does heritage mean to you?
For us, it means a lot because, for an example, I'm born actually on the 24th of September. So being a person who follows the Xhosa heritage, and also in our brand, we try not to stick to only like seeking for inspiration from the Xhosa heritage. We look over to other cultures as well and other tribes for inspiration for our collections.
Wow. Our Sasha, we have an entire birthday boy in the studio, and I'm here going on about Heritage Day. Happy birthday!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So this is just more than a gift. It's a gift not only to us here on Afternoon Express, but I truly hope that sharing your collection with South Africa is a gift to yourself, putting yourself back on the map, back out there, because 2020 has been rough. So how have you guys been able to keep up with all things 2020, COVID-19, but still create?
It is hard because we don't have more jobs as usually. Only thing that we can do is only thread mask, and then we use to thread e-mask, we use some leftovers. It's only that.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of people have to take what's left over and make something incredible, something magic, something new. And that's what you guys are bringing to me today. We've got the models lined up, but before we see that incredible collection, I have to touch base with the Imbala Collection. Congratulations, gents. You guys were featured in Vogue Portugal. I mean, this is groundbreaking stuff. We saw the celebration of colors. We saw the celebration of fabrics. What does that mean to you?
It actually means a lot. Like working from the township in Crossroads, one of the most dangerous places at the Cape Flats, it meant a lot. It means that as fashion designers, we're moving in the right direction. Yeah. And most the colors we used in that collection were inspired by South African cultures. For we have a lot of colorful cultures, and we try to infuse all the colors and mix them together. And then that's how it came about, because when the stylist came to us, he was like, I love the colors and the mixture and the way you've actually infused them all. And we didn't even know that it was for Vogue, understand, when we spoke to them. So we only knew after they sent us an email saying that the pictures have been posted, and we were like, what? It's Vogue magazine, and like we were really happy.
You know, as soon as we celebrate Liam Zantis, we ululate in English. I mean, talk about celebrations, talk about birthdays. I'm ready to get into the fashion show. I'm ready to see what we are rocking in 2020. And I also see everyone here in the loft is abiding by social distancing. And I love that everyone's rocking their masks. Can you talk us through this very first look that we see?
This look has been inspired by umngqusho, if you know. As you can see the mixture of the colors, but umngqusho, when you put it in a plate, you see it actually looks like that, except it's only brown and white most of the time. So this was inspired by umngqusho and nesopi, which we use umbona plus beans to actually put together. You understand? Which takes from our heritage, the food we eat from the heritage here.
South Africa is samp.
Yes.
So essentially you used samp as your inspiration. I mean, talk about thinking outside of the box. And I see how this has been emulated here in the look with the speckles and the sparks, almost a polka dot feel, but taking it to that very next level, playing with colors. And this look?
This look also as Buma Wande ecacisile, but into esiyithandayo thina is that you don't have to box yourself because of it's a traditional fabric into ezinjalo. You can just do a decent design with it.
I like that. So this next model, I mean, I definitely see myself rocking that in the Kruger somewhere.
Yeah, it's our thing, making two-piece combos, and we are trying to actually continue the tradition of XM Creations of producing two-piece combos. As you can see now, we also have bucket hats and so forth, and the mask just makes it look whole. You understand?
A complete look from head to toe. I mean, I see rocking that bucket hat, that mask, that top. You can play with it and mix it up whichever way you want. Is that essentially what you guys want? Sustainable outfits that people can keep playing around with?
Yes.
Okay, I love that. Let's bring in this next model. Now, this next model is a family member here at Afternoon Express. Her sister has touched up my face, but I see that she is rocking it, looking fierce as ever, bold in her dress. I love the dress. I love the slit. And I also love the fact that you've definitely highlighted the feminine form here, showing off the shoulders, showing off the legs. This is sexy. It is cute, but fun.
Yeah, most of the time we love manipulating fabrics into doing things that they cannot do. Most people will tell you that you can't use a viscose to make such a dress, but we make sure that we find ways to actually bring it on and actually use these fabrics that are not suitable for certain things to come up with designs like that.
Thank you, gentlemen, for coming through to Afternoon Express and spreading this incredible fashion with us. I'm inspired, I'm motivated, and I just want to be creating alongside with you. Happy birthday one last time to you for presenting us with this incredible work. South Africa, please do head over to our social media platforms. Use that hashtag Afternoon Express. We're mixing traditional food here. We're mixing it with our incredible patterns and prints and colors, celebrating Umzansi.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more.
No one can stop me when I
Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
This year's Heritage Day is a true reflection of 2020 as a year in terms of how it's challenged us and how we as a nation are coming together and overcoming many stumbling blocks. I certainly have to say that we at Afternoon Express are proud to be celebrating this day with all of our viewers. And what better way to celebrate and remember the cultural heritage of our beautiful country than by sharing a refreshing glass of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar with a delicious meal around the table with family and friends. Let's take a step back, Mzansi, and taste the simple joys of Heritage Day and what it means to all of us as South Africans, because living our heritage is the foundation of all communities and is an essential source of identity and continuity. Now, Dumi, I love the fact that she's completely transformed her face, and Anel, I know you touched on it in the intro, but I want to find out, Dumi, what does Heritage Day mean to you?
Well, Palisa, you've basically touched on a lot of it when you mentioned how the differences of South Africa are what make us South African. So I'm a South African Sotho Tswana woman, very proud of that, you know. But I do also understand that I'm not, no man is an island. So I know that I am because of the people in my space. So as you can see, like I mentioned, I've got my Sotho duk, I've got the Xhosa design on my face, because I am not a person outside of the people in my life.
Yeah.
I've got Xhosa influences, I've got Sotho influences, I've got Afrikaans influences, because I am a South African. Or like Thabo Mbeki said, I am an African.
Yes.
You know, so that's what heritage is to me. To love me in myself, but to also love the differences that we as South Africa basically embrace and celebrate.
Now, is this something that I think you had to learn over the time? Because, you know, as South Africa, we're always pushing our identity, we're always pushing our history and where we come from, but we always also want to kind of change that narrative and make it positive. Is this essentially what you want to go forth and do towards the end of 2020 and embracing the heritage globally?
I think probably, because the one thing is we are different people. We live in different spaces. But I think because we're so different, we're afraid to embrace it. We're afraid to love it. And yes, it took me a while just to even love myself as a person. So now having to see the amazing countries and people that we get in South Africa, I mean, girl, I'm just embracing everything. I'm just loving everything.
I love what you said, that we are Africans.
You know?
That for me is heritage.
That is heritage, exactly. Yeah. You know, being able to sit here around the table and have malva pudding and have maudwana and have stuff like that, where we all sit together, enjoy our different meals.
But now the question is, a lot of people also celebrate around the braai. Yes. I'm one of those people. And you know, you can automatically do almost anything around the braai. So South Africans are also going to be wanting to know how to spice up the braai. Do you ladies have any ideas?
You know what, I'm I'm doing this year, because I've turned like vegetarian, I'm doing my vegetables on the braai. So I'm going to take whole lettuces and I'm going to braai that.
Okay.
And actually serve it as a main meal with blue cheese and stuff to give it that char grill thing. So I'm going to experiment with vegetables. Not that my Irish man is going to like it a lot, but...
Oh, now, ladies, what a sensational way to end off our show today, filled with these memories and moments, all while enjoying a glass of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar and an extra special meal celebrating Heritage Day. Now, let's all remember how important it is for us as families and friends to continue the tradition of moments like these, because these are the moments that we will all continue to make our beautiful Rainbow Nation what it is.
Yeah.
Ladies, before we wrap up, can I just get a cheers for Heritage Day? I appreciate you all.
Cheers.
Oh, this is such a refreshing way to end the day. Join us again tomorrow, though, Mzansi, as Nadia Japta and Langa Mavuza pop into the loft. I'm so excited about that. But until then, Mzansi, good night, stay safe, and happy eating. Happy Heritage Day!
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more.
No one can stop me when I
Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Another feel-good production.
Clover has been a part of our South African heritage for over 120 years and wishes you all a happy Heritage Month. Made with love by Clover.